So one of my favorite content creators, Leafyishere, got terminated off of YouTube, and by doing so, YouTube is honestly fucking up more and more because, let's be honest, what exactly did he do to get terminated? Like, what did he do, you know? But hey, what's up? It's me again after our story. I appreciate all the positivity on that last video, but today we're going to be talking about Leafyishere, assuming you didn't read the title or heard the intro, but to say the least, Leafy is one of my biggest inspirations on YouTube and a bunch of other channels and content creators. And why, you're obviously asking? Well, it's because Leafy had a really different approach than most commentary channels, okay? So, like, he was always straight up and honest about his opinions, while, like, being satirical and a little bit of toxicity, I guess you could say. And here on Vandalism, we do basically the same thing. Like, we like to use that honesty and add some toxicity. My point is, yes, Leafman clone here. And while I know Leafy isn't typically the type of guy you would think I'd look up to, my only reason for why is because I find his videos to be possibly the most entertaining when I was growing up. As a matter of fact, I didn't care about the drama that was going down. I just cared about having a good laugh for every time he said something and people would call him a cyberbully. But when you get down to it, he wasn't really a cyberbully, or let alone cyberbullying people. He just like simply had an opinion, and an opinion just means there's no right or wrong answer. It's entirely based off of your views and your perspective, right? And funny enough, all the people that were quote-unquote targets in Leafy's content all changed in a way for the better. Like, sure, he recently made a ton of videos on Pokemon, and sure, it triggered Pokemon, but she ended up apologizing, to say the least, you know what I mean? And, like, as it is, I feel like Pokemon may be the one behind all this, but I don't know yet. It's probably just YouTube doing its thing because they think he's cyberbullying Pokemon, but I don't know. I'll say this now, if it wasn't for Leafy to make all those videos on Pokemon, she probably wouldn't even apologize, to say the least, and it wouldn't happen in general. So, you know, the same applies to everyone else who also took part in making videos on Pokemon or saying shit about Pokemon. I mean, like, take me and Susie Lou. Now, okay, I've got tons of videos on Susie, and so has everyone else. Now, her content is very different. I'm not saying she's cool now. I'm not saying to subscribe, since I'll be honest, she really isn't that great in my opinion, because as it is, I think she's still doing the same shit, but it's a little bit better. I guess you could say she got the most improved banner on her thing, or achievement. But my point being, she's not striking people down and running like those full-length anime episodes where she would get copyrighted, or she wouldn't get copyrighted but everyone else would, kind of thing. Or she would, like, pirate episodes on a website. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think she is. I don't plan on doing my research or anything like that. So, like, as it is, I'm not going to make another video on her since I'm done with that shit. But my point being, what exactly did Leafy do to get terminated? Because as it is, what would he have done now? Now, from what I know, like, Keemstar has been apparently talking to him before all this happened, but he just found out. And I'm assuming more info will be shared through Keemstar and Drama Alert, since, as it is, Keemstar and Leafy are, like, really good friends, so they probably will be doing, like, an interview or some shit where Leafy will probably share his part on what happened. And I think Keemstar is gonna try to do some research with some of his sources. I don't know yet, but that's my theory, at least. And so far, what we know is that H3H3 is just going off and celebrating, saying, oh, I'd love to see Leafy survive the current landscape, yada, yada, yada. And I assume that if Leafy were to return, both him and H3H3 would probably still be at war as usual. But otherwise, what do you guys think happened? Honestly, I'm sure we'll know soon enough, but hey, we'll just have to wait. Honestly, it really upsets me knowing that one of my favorite content creators is gone and might not come back, since as it is, YouTube hates commentary. Like, you ever went to the trending tab before? Trust me, you will not see commentary up there. And with Leafy gone, commentary is dying more and more. And that's upsetting because commentary really did make YouTube a popular place. Like, 9 times out of 10, if you mention a bunch of these names, Scarce, Leafy, Keemstar, Pyrocynical, in fact, even H3H3, I'm sure a lot of people would already know who they are. And if they never even, like, watched their content or anything like that, they'd probably at least heard of their names before. Maybe a few of them, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, they maybe even, like, seen a clip of their content, you know? Like, but at the end of the day, I honestly hope that Leafy's channel will return, since his OG Twitter was hacked or something like that, and he had to start a new one. I really hope he doesn't have to start a new YouTube channel from, like, and start from the beginning, you know, at 0 subscribers, 0 views and all that, because he worked really hard to get where he is at. And I also hope that nobody had got him canceled. I feel like Pokemon was probably behind it, since it's, like, or at least maybe her simps were behind it, since it wouldn't make sense. I know people still defend her. I don't think so. Again, he worked really hard, and like I don't think he doesn't. Honestly, he doesn't deserve it. Like I just don't. I don't get it. You know. And to end this video off, all I can say is, to anyone who wanted to see Leafy survive the current landscape, know that he did, and he legitimately tried and came back to YouTube. And in fact, you can't say he didn't, because it's been months since his return. My point is, he did survive. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this rant. If you did, leave a like. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And, you know, check out my social media links down in the description. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. My outro has been copyrighted again, so I'll end it off with this. But yeah, guys, keep it real. Peace.
Jumping off the roof with this one, jumping off the roof with this one.
I'm stuck on this roof. It's burning and shit. It's smoke in my eyes. It's smoke in his eyes? Yes, there's smoke in my eyes. Gee, what the fuck is this?
IDK,
Let me get back to this shit. Hey.
Jumping off the roof with this one, jumping off the roof with this